My name is Scott Chesney. I'm a motivational speaker, life coach, and world traveler. I was 15 years old, a sophomore at Verona High School, and I couldn't feel my left toe, like when your foot falls asleep, those pins and needles feelings. Thought nothing of it. 48 hours later, that numbness went up one leg, went up a second leg, and left me paralyzed, unable to move and feel normally from about my belly button down to my toes. A lot of times with paralysis or spinal cord injury, there's an accident or an injury or some kind of trauma. Not with me. The news came in that I had a congenital AVM, an arterial venous malformation. It was something I was born with, something I could have gone my entire life without anything happening, but it was like a sleeping volcano. And the best way to describe it is almost like a stroke, where there's like too much bleeding in a certain part of the area. Most strokes occur in the brain and go down. Fortunately for me, mine occurred in my spinal cord and traveled down that way. Just like anyone with paralysis and spinal cord injury, is that there's yet to be a definitive cure or like effective treatments. So I still continue to live my life to the fullest from a wheelchair. I was like a newborn baby again. I had to learn how to like put my clothes on, to tie my shoes, and wow, did I need a lot of help. But knowing full well what the first finish line looked like, and that was getting back into life and being independent again, I would never, ever be where I am had I not had the support system around me and taking advantage of as much family and friends and trained professionals, because every single person I consider to be part of my team and who helped me kind of win the greatest game of all at that point in my life, and that's getting back into life. So it's tough because, you know, we have so much of our independence taken away from us through paralysis or any type of adversity, any type of major disability. And so we want to be as independent as possible. And so there's a fine line in which, you know what, you want to do as much as you can for yourself. And sometimes it's allowing other people to help you to get to that place of independence. And I just don't mean that physically. I mean that mentally as well. It's like, we don't have to figure out this thing called life on our own. There's plenty of people out there to support, and it's about putting up that internal white flag and say, I surrender. And while we may look at that as a sign of weakness, you'll never feel more empowered in your entire life. Every single day, there's tears of sadness that I cry, and loss in what's been taken from my life. But there's also tears of joy and happiness, because I truly believe that for every one thing that I can't do in life and maybe has been taken from me in life, there's 10,000 things that I can still do, and 10,000 things at least to be grateful for in this world. So it's more of like, what can I still do in life rather than what I can't do in life? And I think that really boils down to what I tell people: the only place a true disability can reside, and that's in one's attitude. And that's a choice. I grew up at a very early age because of paralysis, and I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. And I also realized that it's entered my life for a reason, and there's a purpose to it. And so I'm a believer, not just with myself, but anyone, whatever our circumstances are. Not only do we have the ability, I believe, to create our situations, but we have the capabilities of not only dealing with them and surviving them, but thriving in the face of them. I would really tell people to feel their feelings. Whatever adversity, so many times I'll have people are like, Scott, I don't know what I'm complaining about. Look what's going on with you. I was like, no, feel your feelings. So if you're angry, feel angry. If you're scared, feel scared. If you're sad, feel sad. Give yourself permission to feel those feelings. Now, if a month from now you're still feeling those feelings that aren't too becoming, then we'll have a talk. Then we'll kind of flip that switch and realize that, you know what, let's start looking at all the possibilities and things that are still possible for you in your life to create. And then that's where the real healing can take place. But too many times we suppress our emotions and we don't give ourselves permission. And they're big, they're major, they're natural, and they're normal. So whatever it is that you're feeling, just let it flow. Again, one of the most liberating things in my life is being able to cry tears of sadness and tears of joy each and every day. And I just feel that makes me real and makes me free.